Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Pali's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight, we're going to be looking at a fragrance from the house of Royal Copenhagen. This fragrance is simply known as Royal Copenhagen Eau De Cologne, which came out in 1970. When I first tried this fragrance, there was no delay. It was an immediate love affair. This is one of my favorites. It's very, very inexpensive. And if I just had a few bills in my pocket, and if there's just one fragrance I could buy, this likely may be it. This is a blue fragrance, but not in an aquatic sense, but in terms of the skies being open. This fragrance really makes a man feel confident. It captivates you. It almost inspires you to be the best you can be. This is why I love this fragrance so much. It's a feel-good cologne. I consider it fairly sophisticated. It has a cosmopolitan feel to it. So I'm just going to take this out of the box and give it a spray. It's got an incredible kind of greenish blue juice to it, which I loved. And that was one thing that I was interested in when I initially bought it. So initially it's got this intoxicating kind of menthol, vanilla, musky scent. But as it dries down, it smooths out, the menthol smooths out, and it becomes more layered over a top of like a honey vanilla. Later on, it tames down even more, but it's still pushing. It has very good longevity, very good scent bubble for I'd say 6 to 7 hours. The one note that is introduced later on, besides the menthol and the musky vanilla, is it has a bit of a baby powder twist, but not overpowering, but it gives it the fragrance powdery note to it, which is very, very appealing. As advertised, the top notes are lavender, lime, lemon, aldehydes, green notes, cardamom, and bergamot. The mid notes are carnation, rose, vetiver, jasmine, patchouli, orris root, and cedar. The base notes are musk, honey, vanilla, tobacco, tonka bean, heliotrope, amber, and oak moss. Again, this is a great value fragrance per milliliter. I got 6 to 7 hours of a decent projection and a good scent trail. This, despite being from 1970, this is not an old man fragrance. It is not dated. I consider this a sleeper. This is a timeless fragrance that I think even 50, 60, 70 years from now will still stand up. I think it's more for fall, colder weather, but I think it can be a signature scent, something you can wear all the time. Again, it's sophisticated. And I find with the vintage fragrances, the older fragrances, even this, which has likely been reformulated, I find I have much more of a emotional connection to the fragrances from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. There's something about them that stimulates one's emotions in a positive way. And the newer fragrances, they're all sweet, they're easily forgotten, but I will always remember the first time I smelled this fragrance. But I will never remember the first time I smelled Dior Sauvage or Paco Rabanne 1 Million. Those fragrances I forget, but the older vintage ones, even in their reformulations, they were forever imprinted in my mind. And I think that maybe it's the notes that are in them, and they're more complicated. It causes you to think and it causes you to remember them. But definitely this is one that if someone was to spray it, I would know what it is. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell. Any comments or questions, leave them down below and I will always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.